So I was thinking about this a bit lately, that I had been trying to optimize my life a little bit here and there. I had been working out, I had been taking post meal walks, I had been trying to do loads of stuff that I need to do and so on. So what I figured, I was feeling kind of tense inside. There is this whole stress and other thing is different, but trying to do always the right thing, like you need to do this, then you need to do this, then you need to do that. I was calorie counting and other stuff. You need to do all of that. You need to do all of that. I was doing some research on what is the better diet to have and other things, so on and so forth. Lately, what I thought once, like, it is not really that serious. You should not take it that seriously. It is there, of course, life is there, but it is ultimately life, our life, the human life. It is a blip in the face of eternity. It is a blip in the face of the entire existence or the time of the universe and so on. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have any meaning, but the thing is, we shouldn't stress out so much, and sometimes just we need to live a little. There is a whole other thing about what we actually are, and whether we are just human bodies and so on. I don't believe we are. I have studied and read too much other stuff to think that it is that case, but in the after this one passes, we could be multidimensional goats or something like that. I'm not going to say what is going to happen, and the same thing happens to everyone. So there are loads of stuff. Eternity is not really a long time, it's eternity. So but for this life, for this particular life, we are here, we are human, we have this identity. We have identity, we identify as this. I identify as me, you identify as you, and so on. So what I thought, like, sometimes we just need to live a little. So yesterday I just, I said fuck it, I am not going to do anything. I am just going to do what I feel like doing. I played some games, I had some food. I initially planned to do some fasting and stuff, but of course I didn't eat like totally garbage so that I feel like garbage the later. I didn't really feel like eating garbage, so I didn't really eat like that. But I played some games. I didn't. I stayed up late a little bit. I didn't really bother that much. Played some games. See my cat. Potla, say hello. Oh. So there is that. I don't even know whether it is recording actually. I have put this very cheap as type of type C cable. I am planning to make some coffee and I am dallying. So there is that, and have not posted any videos because I didn't really feel like it. And honestly, I'm not going to, I'm not really looking for making this channel a side hustle, because this whole hustle thing doesn't really appeal to me that much. Why it is okay? The whole hustle thing doesn't really appeal to me as much. I am just going to be myself. I am going to tell different stuff, working on a story, so on and so forth. Now trying to make some coffee in one hand. Try that. See, I am meticulously measuring out the coffee. Very meticulous. So that's what I am going to do. I am going to make some coffee. Not gonna have Biscoff and other things. I do crave it though. Today I am not taking break. If I take break every day and every day I put some time to waste, then I will become a slob. I don't want to do that. But some days you just need to take a break. Had loads of things to do, like the washing machine is broken, need to call for that. There is some decluttering to be done. There are loads and loads of things. There are always going to be things, alright. There are always going to be tons of shit that you could be doing, tons of stuff that needs your attention, tons of agendas and other things. That is life to some extent, and we are going to achieve some of these things, we are not going to achieve some of these things. We may have some wants and desires that are never going to be fulfilled. That is not a particularly always a terrible thing. There are certain things that may not be fulfilled. That everything will be fulfilled. If you think like that, once you get those fulfilled, suppose when you were a child, you might be all a candy bar might be something that you are all wanting for at that particular moment. that may not be, that might be fulfilled, or you have been hoping for a dream car or something like that, or a say dream gaming rig or something like that, that might be fulfilled, but then some new stuff will come up. And I would not go in the Buddhist route to say that you should not let go of all desires and be detached. Detached gives you a little bit of satisfaction, it is going to free you from suffering, but that is going to be baseline. All right, so when you have this suffering, when they normally are not into that thing, to some little bit of detachment is good, what I believe, for normal people like us. So over here in the detachment, it is just like a baseline, you are detached from both suffering, where it is lower, and the whole being too much happy for something when it happens, you are also detached from that. So you are operating on a baseline which is usually higher than many other people who are always thinking about getting their desires fulfilled. So we have, but the baseline is here. But what do we do? Suppose we are not getting something that we really want, we suffer. Then we get something that we want, we get happy, we get euphoric, we get not ecstatic, that happens sometimes, of course, if you know what I mean. So that is there, but then we are operating in this level. Not necessarily that's a bad thing, it is just a choice. You can make a choice that you are going to be detached, then you will not have suffering. You know, moments of spectacular enjoyment or ecstasy, you are also going to miss out on that, but you are also going to miss out on some. So there is that. To some extent, I like my coffee strong, I like my life to taste strong. Just picked out this black hat. This is why you should not really plan that, but see, cat hair. I find the cat hairs in most awkward of places. I don't know how it goes there. Another big life's mysteries. I can also make this ground coffee and all this stuff. I really love coffee. But you know, there is that. I was thinking about it yesterday, then I forgot about saying something yesterday. So I am going to make this sort of videos at times and post. Don't really have much to say now. Bye, I guess.